Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I'm on here for part 2 of the journal cover. It's actually the front piece. It's crazy patchwork, how to put your crazy patchwork piece together for the front of your journal. I will also be doing how to embellish it as we go along. Righto. Now where's the piece of green here, because I think I'm going to have to bring him up here now too as well. He's going to have to come back on, isn't he? Piece of green. Sort of greenish. Nice olivey colour. Now, I've got to go straight, so I need it to come back here. Okay? For that to go straight up there, like that. Right. Now, it's not going to be that wide, of course, because you're going to be cutting that off and that off there. But then I'm thinking, then I'm going to need a piece going across here, so I'll be cutting that bit off as well, and that bit off, so there won't be much left, but there'll be enough to do what I'm supposed to be doing with it. Okay, so now we're coming out this way, and we're seeing that this has got to come across here. See where that intersection is there, and we're going to sew. Wait a minute, that's not going to be long enough. I don't think it's long enough. Only just. Wait a minute. Get it down here to this intersection. And we're going to come across this way, like so. Stab stitches. So this will be part 2, and I'm hoping to put these up. Well, I will be putting them up. I'm thinking once a week, but then people want to see. Maybe I'll do more than once a week. It just depends. And because I'm only doing a couple more things, and I wanted to get back into this sort of thing, you know. So. Oh dear, come on, stay there with me, stay with me. It's got to stay there. It's got to be on that bit. I don't know how I picked the colours. Well, you see what I did. I don't know what the idea is. I'll show you that I need to have a couple of the same, or, 2 to 3 maybe. And when I'm decorating it, I will make sure that it all coordinates in properly somehow. And that's just how you do it. Okay, it's nice fun. It's very nice fun. I'm going to turn my timer on, eh? Very good. Now, so we're doing ironing today. We're doing ironing. Hope you just watched the first one, because I will link it to below. This, I'm sure I will. I think I've said before, I sit here and I say I'll link it below, and then by the time I put the video up, I've forgotten everything I was going to do. If I say things like that, I've forgotten all about it, so we're not going to be too upset if I don't get it there, surely, please. Okay, so now I'll turn that up and iron that down, okay? So that worked really well. It only just went where I needed it to. And we're going over to the back, and we'll cut off up here. And we'll cut off up here. Because, well, to me, it saves me. It doesn't balk me. You can do that at the end if you like, but I'd rather do it like that myself, because it saves me a lot of thinking, oh, which way does this go? I just feel like I need to... So this one I'm going to put down here, right? And because I need it to come up over there. So I hope it does. And it's going to be that way. And this one, I'm going to have to cut the frill off it. I will, the little fringe. Because I want that to, when I sew it, I want to be able to make sure I've sewn it all down properly. I got rid of you. Right, needle, cotton. Is that enough? Maybe not. I better get some more, because I don't want to. Where'd you go? Keeps bowling away from me. I do love the colours on this, and I hope to be adding some more. I might do more lace. I don't know. I've got to do lots of stitches and things. We might even start a couple of stitches today if we've got enough time. And we will, because we've only just started this, eh? Right here. Now I'm going to put that across there, because I want that to be. I'm going to cut a bit off. I want it to be up there like that. Does it come to the top? Well, it's close. Maybe I could just move it up a smidge. Let's see now, has it covered it over? Yeah, only just. Maybe I could just do less. Oh no, just put that there, Sonya. Just put that there where you got it, and it'll be fine. It will work, and if it doesn't, you just stick a bit of lace on it. You've got an awful lot that you've got down here, haven't you? Stitches. Wait a minute. Go back a bit higher. On here, you don't need a big seam like that. It's not going anywhere. You'll be stitching over the top of it and everything. You won't be... Have I got a knot? It stopped, so it must do. Okay, come out of there. And this way. Across this way. Hope I've got hold of everything. But you don't worry if you haven't, because look, we're going to put stuff over the top of it. We're having stitches and everything. Do the best you can, of course, you know. You don't want to be just... you do your best. You know, that's good. If you do your best, you've done it well, okay? When I say it doesn't matter, well, it's good if you try. It's good if you try to do your best, and then you'll be more happy. You'll be happy with it. Then you can say, well, look, I've done that really nicely. Best of my ability, and you'll all think it's great. I don't really have an opinion on mine anymore. I really don't. I guess I do. I do like me work. You wouldn't do it if you didn't, like I said the other day. You wouldn't do it if you didn't. Righto, so that's going to be ironed up there. Oh my goodness me, we've finished that. We've done it. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Now we're going to go up here. Cut that down there. Pieces for snippets. All these little bits you got left over. Make little snippets then, put in your book. Lots of people wouldn't throw them out. I guess I could put them in my rubbish. Anyway, it's all good. Okay, so now I've got that done, and that is making me very pleased. I'm very pleased with that. Hang on a minute, what have I got up here? I've got a little bit of a thing. I'm going to really fastly, I'm going to turn off this, move my glass. I'm going to turn off this iron. Don't need that anymore. Don't want to have the iron on anymore. That's enough for ironing. I might just quickly do a couple of big stitches around the outside of this to hold it down. Okay, shouldn't take me too long. Just these bits, you know, you want to sew it down. You do. See some little, these are tacking stitches, these are called. Whoops. Sonya. Tacking stitches. I found it easier to do after, because you don't know how far you're going to be, your thing's going to be turned over. You can do it when you, I think you can do it when you go, I don't know, but I'd rather do it after I've got, you know, if I've got somewhere with it. Okay. Right. Stick right to the edge. It's another thing too. It's a good thing to have that as a guide. Don't go past there. Well, try not to, because when you're finished, you'll probably put the piece around the edge of it, you know, like a nice piece of lace or trim of some sort, and you don't want it to be hanging off the side, but because you'll have it stuck to it. But so keep back a bit, okay? Keep back a bit when you're putting your stuff on there, especially a bead or anything. You don't want to be leaving the beads out there, because if you're sewing anything down, if you make a bag, I used to worry that, you know, you'd sew the beads to the break the beads, and it's okay, but you don't want to break your needle, do you? But I suppose we're doing it this way, so it's not going to hurt. But especially if you get into the habit of doing something and you're used to it, you won't put your stuff out there too far. I don't mind me stitching, going out there with my stitches, but that's okay. But if you're putting a bead or something on, just be careful how far you take them, that's all. I'm running out of cotton before I get up here. If I go really fast, will that help? I don't think so. I think the first time I ever heard anybody say that was someone who was driving and they was running out of petrol, thinking, hurry up, go faster. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that, Sonya. Okay. Right, I don't know if I'm going to... Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Enough cotton. I don't really have to end it off because it either can come out or it just stays there. So I'm just going to keep going. Look, there you go. Just pull it through. Look, I only missed a tiny bit. It was long enough, look, but it didn't quite make it anyway. So that's cool. So I've done this bit. Okay, so we've done that. Everybody else up to that? Good. If you're not, you can rewind me or you can come back later and do a bit more later. So now I'm going to do some stitching on here. And I'm going to use a bit of these kind of colours, of course. Is that a pin in there? Yeah, it is too. Little tiny one. I'm not going to be able to see that one. So what I've got is I've got an arrangement of beads. As you can see, there's an arrangement of some beads there. And they have these little flowers. And there is sequins. And long beads and clear sequins and gold sequins. Now this is one of my little pots of stuff that I've got here because I want to be able to find these things on my desk. So this is the sort of thing I'm keeping on my desk because I'm going to be doing, well, I do a lot with that sort of thing. Plus I've got a box here of thread that I put together this morning because I did a bit of my table. So I need these colours, and because they're nice muted colours, I think. Well, I know. And I have an apricot one here too that will go really well on this, and there's a yellow one there. They're not very thick, and that's fine. I don't know which one of those I'll use. Okay, and have we got anything else in there? No, a blue, maybe a bit of the blue. Okay, so I'll put my basket back across here, because that's where he was, sitting on my table. Leave me beads there, I suppose. And we got some cottons, okay? So we're going to do some stitches. And I do like to do, I don't know, I do love to do all sorts of ones. So, did I get green? Why didn't I get green? I wanted green, Sonya. When did you get the green? Didn't I get the green? Really? Thought I did. No, there's a little tiny... There's a thin one of green here. I know there is. I seen him today somewhere. Maybe it's in here. So I've got this lot as well. Because those ones are pearl threads and these are embroidery threads. This is a green like I want. To try and keep... Well, I guess I can do... Oh, hang on. This is a better one. Sort of really light, isn't it? Maybe. See how we go. This could end up a lot way different to whatever I'm thinking, couldn't it? Could end up so much different. I don't know what I did with that. I'm sure I found a green one when I was getting them out of there. Or not. It's okay. Nobody panic. Now, I hope you can see me using these light colours because you should be able to. Rightio. So you want a good needle that you can actually thread. Crikey, these are all crowbars. Can I find a nice one? Hey, come on. Really? What's this one here? I'm going to have to go and look in this. I'm just going to have to. Come out of there. Awful little, aren't they? That's all right. I'll get the hang of it. I've been using them other ones with the Now I have three pieces of thread here, don't I? Or four, three pieces of embroidery thread. And I don't really want to use this. I really wanted to do it with other, but it doesn't matter, because you can use whatever you want to. But I don't know what I did with that. I had a real green. Maybe it's over here in this box. Really pale nice green it is. Goodness me. Isn't that incredible, you know? The only one I wanted to use, I can't see it. Well, I do want to use the other, but it's... it must be in that box. It's got to be in this box here. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, that's not as variegated. It's a light, really pale green. No, that's not it. Okay. You haven't got it in there, Sonya, so it just... Well, that disappeared. I might have put it in something else for something else. I don't know. This will work today. This will have to work today. You haven't got a choice. Probably on the floor. Probably went in the floor. Wasting time fidgeting about here. Get going. I think I might have used it on something yesterday, maybe. That's probably why I can't see it. Is that threaded through? No, it's not all threaded through at all. Here it is. I knew I had it somewhere. This is what I have to use. I'm going to end up with nothing like what I want. It's not going to be what I'm envisioning, is it? I can't control myself. I wanted it to be all pale colours, but I don't think I can do that. Hope you don't get too upset about it. I haven't put the description up yet of what it is, so I'll be able to say, okay, so I'm working on my really pretty cover. Okay, so down here I'm going to put some feather stitches. Feather stitch is really easy. Come up through the back, put a knot in your thread, come down through here, go over the other side here, right? You want to come over here first, and you want to go down, and then you will loop that through there like that. Okay, which I've showed you as many times, and I'm going to do 3 on this side here. It will be very hopefully I can keep it controlled, I don't know. So now I'm going to go this way, righto? So I'll put it here. We come in at the bottom, equal over here, level with that, okay? You want to come in over there. And then you go over to this one. Another one of those stitches, and another stitch like that too. Suppose it looks like feathers. Now I come back this way. One. And this one. You probably don't have a lot going out this side. Now you're probably only going to have 1 or 2. Oh, you're going to have 1, 2, 3. So they will come out that way. And then go back across here. I think some people do all the stitching first, and then they start to add other bits on. But where's the fun in that? I mean, well, the stitches are good fun, yeah, but you probably need to start adding some bits on as you go, because I think that's fun too, but I don't know what I'm looking at yet, so I'll have to see, won't I? Because I really want to do it all in this pearl cottons, because I can see them, and I'm really liking sewing with these. Really am liking it. You know what? I'm thinking about making a wool one next, with some wool fabric and some wool stitching with the wool from embroidery wool. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I'll make a full lace one too, I guess. That won't go astray, will it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, like I said, I'm going to take the stitches to the end because you want them then to be underneath your trim, whatever that might be. You don't want it to be, or even if you're going to turn it over, it'll keep going and it won't look like it's just stopped all of a sudden out there in the middle of nowhere, okay? Excuse me. Right, so there, that's done. Okay, we're sort of still in that sort of mode, aren't we? These, I love these things. Aren't these awesome? We're going to put some of them on there. Right, we could very well do. Let's get another colour and go over here. Well, this is going to be my pastel. It's going to have to be my pastel journal cover. I haven't really got a journal for it yet, so we'll do the cover first, then I'll make the journal go with it. If I can't stick to the plan. I'm not very good at sticking to the plan. Wait a minute, we'll get through here. It doesn't actually take you that long to make. Sometimes you can get hard. It gets hard if you can't make a decision on what to. Goodness me, this is not good. It's not going to thread through there. It will. Yep, I'll have to do some more different covers. I'll have to do some more covers so I can show you different sort of designs for things. This one now I'm going to do a cross stitch and I'm going to take it down along there, okay? I think that's what this is. I don't know. Let me see. I've got myself confused now. Isn't that terrible? And I know I've been stitching for all these years and I can't even tell you what that is. Is it a cross stitch? It must be, Sonya. That's what you want to do. I don't know where my book is either. Hang on. I've got heaps of them books, haven't I? Where are they? Is it my mind's gone blank, I'm sorry. Here we go. So this is where you'll get all your ideas. Out of here. Chain. Buttonhole. And even though I have done all this, I like Cretan stitch and I like the cross stitch, and I don't want to do the wrong one because they both are like, we'll just start with C. There's a lot of those, isn't there? Let's see. It is Cretan stitch here. Oh, bless me soul. I thought that looked more like a feather stitch. Oh no, there, I can see that now. I can see it now. Don't have to tell me I know that cross stitch. Yeah, that's how I do it. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So this is done in Ada, you know, but I'm not going to do that. I want to do a... And see, they're just making crosses on fabric, these ones. So, mine might have been... Not Cretan, chevron or something. And that's not good. If I can't see what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing, that's not good. Actually, there's a couple of stitches here that I've not even tried before. What is the loop? Here we go. Wait a minute, look at this. This is what we're doing in a minute. Herringbone stitch. That's what it's called. We're going to do herringbone stitch. I love it, but I just didn't remember what it was called, so that's not good. But it is okay. I mean, I've got a lot of things in my mind. I know how to do it. You just need to know what it's called, eh? So all I do now for my herringbone stitch is you come up through one side and you want it to come over over both pieces, okay? So you're going to go back this way, right? Come down over there. Now you're going to come up here and you're going to go back there, right? To probably meet up to where this one here come over. Try and get it. I don't know whether to follow maybe I'll follow the crease. Maybe I'll follow the crease because that way it might make it easy for me. and you too, and then we can easily put some flowers or something on it, because each one of these rows of stitching will have to be decorated with something. Okay, it's herringbone, and I don't know how I mucked it up so bad with the other one. Okay, so we come up there and we're going to use this as a guide, and we go back that way. Righto, pick up a stitch there, and you go back over here and you take a stitch across, probably to level with that one where you come out. You go across here and you go down in there, and you come up, go down and come up, and maybe it would look better if I was doing it right over it, but it'll be fine. It'll look good. And it's not very big either. I'm not making it very big, am I? But I suppose it doesn't matter. We don't need it to be really huge. We do not need it to be really huge. We just want to be able to see it. And there's plenty of room for putting other stuff on there. Okay. We're not doing too bad for time then, are we? So you just go back in there and come up, probably level with that last leg, the little leg, and then you do the same. You come down here and you go in and you come up there where the little last leg is there on that bloke. See, I would have just did these stitches on that work and never even considered what it was called, because I wasn't trying to tell anybody. So I just left it. I just let it slide straight out of my head. I just let it go, which is probably not good. Forget what you're doing. Doesn't that look cool? Isn't that beautiful? I do love that. Wow, this is going to be pretty, isn't it? If I don't go too far into the dark colours, if I can keep it light like this, it'd be nice. Be delicious. Up here and go like there. And I think, am I getting bigger as I'm going along? Probably a bit, so let's calm ourselves down a bit. Come down a bit, Sonya. Make sure you keep your thread in the right place too, because otherwise it won't work. Keep it over, and then you go under. Come out there. Okay. That looks really cool, doesn't it? I think that's really pretty. That thing frightened me. I'm sitting here in a daze. The rotten thing. It scared me. I'll have to see if people are still thinking it's too loud. I do hope not, because I can't come in here and do this if I can't have my cooler on. You know, and this is my choices. I can't really move everything out to the other room because that's just too hard. So I hope this is okay with everybody, that we have a purring noise in the background. Years ago, I used to hear people's washing machines and dryers and that going in the background. Don't think anybody worried about that. You hear people's mowers, like mine and my husband's, and there's lots of things going in the background. It's life. That's what life's like, eh? It'd be awful quiet if it wasn't. Now I'm going to turn that. I'm going to end that off. I couldn't think what I was going to say then. That's not good. Okay, I'm okay. Don't panic. I'm due to have some lunch soon. I'm due to have some lunch soon. Okay, so I've now got some beautiful blue. Look at that. Oh, nice. I suppose when I put the beads on, they're going to start lifting it up a bit, but you know, I'm going to stick with probably pearly ones and things like that. Pearly beads and buttons and things. And here I'm sucking on this piece of string. Sorry, everybody. Try the other hand. Should have got a better needle. I always seem to pick the wrong one, don't I? It's actually going through the fabric really good. It's going really well that way. It's just getting the needle, just getting this thread through here. This is a bit of an hiccup, but anyway, that's all right. Now we'll do a blanket stitch, eh? And we might put this. Maybe I'll put it on the calico. Maybe I'll do the blanket stitch across the calico, because, well, you all know what that is, hopefully. And it can be called open buttonhole too, I think. I hope I started close enough to the edge there. This is very simple too. You just go down there and down there. And I'm going to do 4 short ones. And I'm going to come up here. I'm going to do a couple of long ones. Alright? 1, 2. I'll do 3. Don't you think I should make it right? Righto. Now, small ones. 1, 2, 3. Now you can do, you know, two, or one big one, one little one, one big one. Because after this, anyway, we're going to turn them into flowers. And the little ones can be grass, I suppose. I don't know, whatever. Oh, see, look at me, talking about something else and lost me train of thought. There's something fluffy now. I've squished that up. Don't squish it up. So I hope everybody got their piece together. Good. You want to send me a picture on my email, you can do that. I could probably, if I had enough, I could do I could print them off and show you. Because I can't figure out how to do them any other way. I can't do it on a video. I don't know how to do that because I'm not going to... It upsets me if I've got to go too far and gets, you know, but I could print them off and show you because I did once before. We all made paper doll things and everybody sent me a picture and I just printed them off and then showed everybody the pictures. So if you want to send me the pictures of what you're making, you can do that and I can just show people and tell them who you are and what you've done. Okay, get up there, down here, there, down here. Right, now whether or not I'll be able to put 3 flowers on, we don't know yet. It just depends whether we're going to make them out of beads or cotton. We'll have to see what happens till we get to that part. And 3 here, and then up there, one, 2, 3. I think I might show you what I'm going to do with this today, this bit, like where this row. See if we can think of something to put across here, okay, when we're finished. Now, this is all going to have to be stitched down, but that will happen when I do some stitches over the top of it. 1, 2, oops, there, Sonya, you nearly went wrong. I was worried about I'm going to run out of thread. Yes, I am. So I just have to go through to the back and come through to the front. Well, the back I mean, and end it off. Just do a couple of stitches. Don't go right through your fabric. I want a tiny little bit more there. We just want a couple more stitches on that and that's good. It's done and done, isn't it, Ben? It's threading the needle. It's a bit of a trick. Got it. Oh dear, I didn't realise it was that late. What the heck have I been doing? I don't know. Because I didn't go to sleep, did I? I just... oh dear. 1, 2, 3. Hubby will be up after me in a minute to come and get me lunch because it's nearly lunchtime, so I've got a tiny little while. So I might just I'll just bring these down here like that, and that'll just end that off nicely, won't it? Catch them up under there like that. There you go. Look how much she's got done. Look how much we got done. Isn't that neat? That's a really nice idea. That's nice. I like doing this. I do like doing this. Okay, now I wanted to put a few beads on just for a little while we, got a few more minutes, because I do have a few more minutes. So let's do some beading, and we'll need a bead needle. Now these are really, really thin. They've got a little hole in there, and you might be able to thread something through there if you're lucky. It's not very nice, but you will thread something through there. Just patience will be your friend. Just be patient with it. Find your cotton. I don't want to use that really skinny one. What happened to the one I was using? Here we go. There's a real thin one here. It's very fine, and I'm really worried about using that because, oh, you can hardly see it. Goodness me, that makes a terrible noise on that table. Okay, but I need to use that thing. I can't just buy something and not use it, can I? Not good. I've got a few of them things. I actually got myself I bought myself, or Santa Claus, somebody bought it for me last year, way back, maybe in the beginning of the year, one of those things you seal the plastic with. What do you call it again? I don't even know what it's called now. Where'd it go? It's still in the box. One of these. Fuse tool. Never used it yet. Not even finished taking it all out of the packet. Got the idea and haven't even used it. So you got to use your stuff. Well, maybe you do, but one day I might use it. You see, it could come in handy. Okay, so we want some little flowers. And we want them to be pale. Do we need pink ones? There's something else in there besides the flower, but besides the beads. Let me see. I suppose I can put these on. I think these look alright. So I'll just get a couple out, and I'll get that timer off. And then I can look over there, and I'll give myself a few minutes just to put some of these on, okay? Because I'll have to go and have my lunch. And like I said, we don't want to start the beads too close to the edge, so we're going to come back here a bit. Get your bead needle, get your cotton in, just do one strand's enough. You thread your bead on after you come up through the back, and then you put back down through there. Right, oh, now that went through my finger. Okay, so I'm going to put these little ones down here. These tiny little pink ones are going to go on the short bits. There's not grass at all, eh? It's not grass after all. It's something else now. And then I'll go across here. Make sure you pull it down fairly tight, but don't break your thread, because you don't want them waving around off there. And always check the bottom of your cotton to make sure you haven't got your bits curled up that it's not going to be any good to you, it'll start to hang off if you don't do them properly. You don't want that either, do we? Now these are very light. You can't hardly see them, but you can see them. So, if you're looking at the piece of work, when you're in reality, you can see it in real life. So I hope you can see what I'm doing here now. Just come up through the back. Pick up a bead and go down through. Don't go through the same way you come out. Oh, come on, really? I'm bowling around there. Don't go through the same way you come out. Go across here to this one. Make sure your cotton's still taut across there. You don't want it to be all kerfuffly. Wait a minute. Now the top ones, I'm going to actually embroider them, I think. I don't know yet. I might do flowers with thread on the top bits. I just wanted to show you how to put a bead on if you don't know. This is what we do, and these are little tiny seed beads. If you get nice little size ones, you get all sorts. these are probably about 18 maybe. I can't really say for sure. Oh dear. You don't want them too big, because then you can see the string in them and they look a bit goofy if you don't get the right. I think that went close to the holes that we just had there. That did. What is going on here? Why can't I get through there? It must be a lot of stuff behind it. Because these bead needles are really sharp and they will go through your fabric real easy. You don't have to worry about that. So we do this one up here. I'm going to have to go now. That battery's got to cut out and I've got it plugged in. And I better... Okay, I'll talk to you later and I'll be back. Bye-bye.